with Elvis Troika. As we first reported last night, the Soviet Union's most enthusiastic Elvis Presley fan was the first in his country to get an exit visa specifically to visit Graceland. Today, Kolia Vasin's dream came true and he got to visit the home of his idol. Vasin of Leningrad has been a fan of the king of rock and roll for decades. This underground recording of Jailhouse Rock, cut onto a discarded sheet of X-ray film, was his first Elvis record. The 44-year-old Russian sculptor said perestroika is good, but Presley is better, and that Gorbachev is politics, but Elvis is king. He told Greeley Kyle that Graceland gave peace and joy to his spirit.
I feeling spirit of Elvis now, and I'm happy, and I'm grateful, and I want loud to say to world, to us, to me, to you, to Elvis, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The Russian music promoter's trip was made a reality by Elvisly Yours, a British fan club that raised close to $4,000 to pay his expenses.
Elvis Troika, you coined a new word right there.
Someone did it.
Yeah. Nightly news next from New York.
Boppy Littlejohn says the problem, but with a difference this year. Besides making the dream of a trip to Memphis come true for handicapped people from the United Kingdom, Elvisly Yours brought along a visitor from behind the Iron Curtain this time. 13 Eyewitness News' Tim Chewy has the story.
Kolia Vasin has gone through a year of red tape for this moment, touring Graceland, the home of his idol. Vasin is an artist in Russia, and he promotes rock and roll concerts on the sly. Concerts that are sometimes shut down by Russian police. When Elvisly Yours contacted Vasin about the possibility of a trip to Memphis, he immediately went to church to pray to his patron St. Nikolai. He says his prayers have been answered, but he complains about a lack of information on Elvis Presley in his homeland.
I admire Elvis. Elvis for me, father. Elvis for me, message of God. And in Russia, no records, no books, no posters. This very sad and bad for me.
But the sadness was all set aside today. As Vasin said, it's a time to be like the music of Elvis, happy. Wearing his newly acquired blue suede shoes, Vasin will continue his retracing of the king's life with trips to Las Vegas and Tupelo, Mississippi, while in the U.S. He says he'll take his memories home and share them with hundreds of fellow Elvis fans in Russia. Tim Chewy, 13 Eyewitness News.
Mental lapses in the field last night. So it's coming up, a year of work results in a dream come true for one Russian. Stay tuned. Now, there are probably very few of you who haven't heard of Sydney people talking.
Absolutely.
And is fulfilling a dream in Memphis. As we showed you last night, he has flown in from Russia just to visit Graceland, the home of Elvis Presley, his idol. Joe Larkin shows us what happens when Glasnost comes to Graceland.
Kolia Vasin is a rock and roll fan from Leningrad. He first heard the King's music on this illegal record made on X-ray film 30 years ago. His admiration for Elvis is apparent from his new blue suede shoes to his shirt and jacket.
I love Elvis. I admire Elvis. Elvis for me is greatest genius talent of my life.
Today, Mr. Vasin is getting a look at where his idol lived.
It took 11 months to get Kolia Vasin permission to come to the United States in Graceland. The man who helped arrange it says Mr. Vasin considers this to be a crowning achievement.
And to him, it's really a spiritual thing. He's coming to the home of rock and roll.
Kolia Vasin strolled quietly through the Graceland mansion, admiring the displays. He spent a few extra minutes by the garden where Elvis Presley is buried. The tour left an impression on him.
Move of soul. Traffic inside me.
He says now that he's visited Graceland, the thought of returning to Leningrad leaves him with an empty and lonely feeling. Joe Larkins, News 3, Graceland.
Mr. Vasin is scheduled to return to the Soviet Union October 29th after visiting Nashville and Las Vegas. And I guess now the song Are You Lonesome Tonight will have a special meaning for him.
I bet it will. Yeah, well, I guess when he applied for the visa, they told him it was now or never.
That's our news for now. I'm Pam Critter.
Called Presley Nost, an Elvis fan from Russia, is in Memphis tonight for his first visit to Graceland. Kolia Vasin has been trying for more than a year to get an exit visa to visit Graceland. The Russian music promoter's dream came true several weeks ago with the help of Elvisly Yours, a British fan club. The club and about 80 of its members will be visiting Elvis's home and other Memphis sites during the next 2 weeks. At the airport tonight, nearly 100 Elvis fans were on hand to greet their Soviet counterpart.
I am ambassador of Russian rock and roll because I love rock and roll many years. 30 years I love Elvis.
London Sun's information, give me Memphis, Tennessee.
Even before Vasin got off the plane, he broke into renditions of Elvis songs, and as a special gift in honor of an Elvis hit, Vasin was given a pair of blue suede shoes. Welcome to Memphis. Thanks for watching this weekend, everybody. Have a good week. Dream here in Memphis. Kolia Vasin is a rock and roll fan from Leningrad. He heard Elvis Presley's music on this illegal record made on X-ray film 30 years ago. Today he got a look at where his lifelong idol lived.
I love Elvis. I admire Elvis. Elvis for me is greatest genius talent of my life.
Mr. Vasin says the tour was a moving experience. He is scheduled to stay here in Memphis till October 29th, taking side trips to Nashville and Las Vegas. Something tells me nothing will touch his tour of Graceland.
I've never been to Leningrad, but I got to think that'd be a letdown after visiting Graceland and Las Vegas for some reason.
I think so.
That's our news at this hour. I'm Jerry Tate.
I'm Mary.
You're watching Jameson Tonight. Russia has never issued an Elvis recording, and indeed rock and roll is still officially frowned upon. But the old beat comes through loud and clear right across the Eastern Bloc and the Soviet Union. Here's the top underground rock promoter in London tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Leningrad, welcome Kolia Vasin with his British sponsor, Sid Shaw. Welcome, welcome.
My present first.
Oh, thank you so
From
much.
Russia with love.
There you are. Paul McCartney in Russian.
Paul McCartney special for Russia. Special.
Indeed. Now then, Kolia, this is genuine, is it? Sid?
What's genuine?
You're not having me on, are you?
No,
Kolia is from Leningrad.
he is a rock and roll ambassador for Russia.
He is? Come on, Sid.
Austin Mitchell was taken around the Houses of Parliament Wednesday.
Kolia, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You wouldn't kid me, would you, Sid?
I wouldn't kid you. No, I just came.
Now, look, why are you blushing, Sid?
I'm not blushing.
Sid runs Elvisly Yours, you know, Claire. That's in Shoreditch, in Hackney, in East End, where
I'm from Stepney. I'm from Stepney.
And Elvisly Yours is what? A great sort of crucible of Elvis Presley memories, memorabilia. And you've brought Kolia here to London. What for, Sid?
Well, we're taking him on Sunday to visit Graceland to make a dream come true.
You go to Memphis, Kolia?
Yes.
We fly on
15th of October.
He was made an honorary citizen of Memphis, given keys to the city. The governor of Tennessee is getting involved, and he's going to sing in Memphis. He's going to sing in London at Lennon's, and he is the Colonel Parker of Russia, with one big difference: he does it for the love of music, not for any rubles.
Yeah. Is he your hero, Elvis Presley?
Yes.
The biggest.
Number one.
Number one. And is he well known in Russia, Elvis? Do the Soviet people like him?
Soviet, I don't know. Young Russians, yes.
Tell me, the concerts that you organize with great difficulty, what kind of audience? How many people go there, Kolia?
How many people
At the concert?
On the concert?
10, 20?
Very many. Few hundreds.
And can they get Western rock and roll music?
I think all my friends, I have many friends in Russia, listen Western rock and roll, from Elvis and Little Richard to reggae and new wave.
Do
they knows every group, every LP. In Russia, very big black market, and this help us.
Where did they hear it? On American radio, the Voice of Europe and all that? Voice of America, BBC World Service?
Yes. Radio Luxembourg, my favorite station.
Ah, yes. And they pick it up there?
Radio 2.
BBC Radio 2? Yes.
Now, while you're in Britain, you're going to sing with Screaming Lord Sutch.
Yes.
A great cultural experience.
Yes. This Screaming Lord Sutch, hero of the 60s, music of 60s and 50s, my favorite music. I growing with this music.
That's Sid Shaw. He's fooling the whole world, but he doesn't fool me. You're not from Leningrad at all.
I'm not from Leningrad.
Will you speak to me? Actually, Kolia, I've got news for you. I'm a fluent Russian speaker.
Нет, Derek.
Speak to me in Russian.
Поговори с ним по-русски.
Ask him why he doesn't play Elvis Presley on his program.
Я рад, что в моей жизни случился вот такой вот трип, такое путешествие прекрасное.
What about Chuck Berry?
I like Chuck Berry.
Can you sing,
Chuck Berry, my hero too.
Sid said you could sing Memphis, Tennessee. Can you sing that?
Simply, запросто.
Help me information.
Give me Memphis, Tennessee. Help me find a party, try to get in touch with me. Sorry.
That's the English version, that's the Russian version.
Oh, there's a Soviet version.
When I received invitations from Sid to visit to London, Liverpool and Memphis, in meccas of rock and roll, I catch myself on melody in my head. I began sing this song, Memphis, Tennessee, on the streets, in flats, in toilet, everywhere.
And more, tell us, sing it for us.
And I began to do my version.
Yes, your version.
With a la Elvis rapid breath. Long distance for me, give me Vasin.
Kolia Vasin with Sid Shaw. Our time has run out. Only half an hour tonight. What a shame. But thanks to all our guests and our wonderful audience. We'll be back at the normal time tomorrow. That's Jameson tonight, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Sky One. Bye-bye.
Approaching Eyewitness News, Tim Shuey has the story.
Kolia Vasin has gone through a year of red tape for this moment.
Presley Nost, an Elvis fan from Russia, is in Memphis tonight for his first visit to Graceland. Kolia Vasin has been trying for more than a year to get an exit visa to visit Graceland. The Russian music promoter's dream came here in Memphis.
Kolia Vasin is a rock and roll fan from Leningrad.
It took 11 months to get Kolia Vasin permission to come to the United States in Graceland. The man who helped arrange it says Mr. Vasin considers this to be a crowning achievement.